Alright, let's do this. Last I left off, I was wandering in places I probably shouldn't have been, probably too tired, probably should have just gone to bed. Ran out of food. Had to run away, it's kind of embarrassing. Went down to this dumb place, thinking this would all be connected, it's not. So, we're still looking for the black monolith. My guess is it's somewhere either in here, possibly in here. I don't think it can spawn in the very northern parts of the map. I suppose it still could be in this tiny little section, or that's probably not far enough from civilization there. Could be here maybe? I don't know. Maybe in there. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm going to do, is sort of get some named gear, sweep those areas, just take fights. Clear out some goblins so I can properly prepare for Goblin City. Whoops. Tried to do it last night and hadn't fought enough goblin camps, which was very embarrassing. So what I might do now is, because I haven't really cleared the south or any chunks of desert, I might venture throughout the desert and fight some nomads. Might also be an opportunity to fight some other, hyenas. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Get some hyena pelt mantles would be really nice to craft. So I think I'll just adventure here into the desert and try to find some fights. Okay, there's the library. I will sometimes do the library before Black Monolith. It is an overall easier fight, but it's one that's a bit more technical. Like, you gotta get a lot of things just right. And so I'm a little reluctant to do the library in a run that doesn't need it. Oh, excuse me. Plus, the item you get from it, you either get the jugs, which you can turn into 2 perk points, but it takes a little while, because you have to get a historian up to level 2 or a cultist to 8 or something like that. So I'm just gonna take this morning nice and slow, pick on some serpents. Anyway, it's unlikely that I'll want to do Sunken Library if I've got a run that doesn't need to take any risks whatsoever. Probably if I were a stronger player, just maybe better phrased, is just understood that fight super well, I wouldn't worry about it. I suspect that's probably true, but as is, I'm happy to just not worry about it, at least for the moment. Unfortunately, I didn't get the parched skin component, which would be the one that's necessary for the large powder bag. Got a wimpy little nomad camp. Hoping to find a couple big ones. The team now has enough melee attack that the benefits that the nomads have gained from dodge are no longer really meaningfully relevant. And we're just making the nomads feel silly. The run is definitely at a point where most of the battles look like that and go by within minutes. It's also why I tend to wait a little bit of time between runs, because it can be a paradigm shift where you got to change your whole mindset to fight as a new company after whatever this is. Just blasting through the easy fights. Unfortunately, no big nomad camps. That's what I'm kind of hoping to see, because those would be the fights that are actually interesting and far more rewarding. Probably just take a break here and go into Al-Hazred. Have a sip of coffee. I suppose since there's the trade routes that are ambushed, I shouldn't expect to see much anywhere. Escort caravan to Tanwer. I do find that escorting caravans is kind of interesting because you can potentially get a named handgun, and named handguns are really fun. And right now this run is firmly into I'm just having fun territory. There's no meaningful risks of any sort. So grab another potion of knowledge and a second wind potion. Potion of knowledge to level up the tank, keep him progressing. I suppose probably Indom is the most important thing for him to take next. Could grab like bags and belts which is pretty important too, but I don't know. Right now he only gets like 1 turn in Dom, and he's got a cheap shield to do shield wall spam. So I might just grab Lone Wolf instead, actually. That way I can more comfortably just send him off to go do whatever. Bog down a bunch of enemies. So I'm deciding between going to Caravan and fighting in the arena. Could spend a few days in the arena just to pump the banner up to 12 fights to get an additional 5 resolve to bring it up from a 5 to 10 resolve bonus. Most importantly, pour a little coffee. And there's a few other bros. I've got some real Chads on the team, but I do have a few that have, you know, resolve that could use some work. And so, an early stream. Good morning, Bijante. Yeah, just while the rest of the family is still sleeping and cuddling in bed, I figured I would do a quick morning stream. Morning, boy. Apparently, I am also not the only person who just, like, you know, doesn't sleep that much. Still just live in the comfort team is overpowered situation, kind of just doing what I want. Accepting caravan missions just to try to fish for named handguns, you know, stuff like that. Alright, now this is just one of my... I don't care about the mule and what his stats are, so I could pick anything there. It's a fun event though, when you... It's one of the reasons Brawler is a nice... Oh yeah, that's... Okay. One of the reasons Brawler's a nice recruit is when he toughens up your other lowborns. So I think the nomads and that noble caravan are fighting together, or possibly... No, they would be separate, right? Huh. Kind of a weird fight. So I suppose the other group of nomads is at the top part of the map, since they entered the fight as an ally. There they are. Or an enemy's ally. Gonna try to avoid letting my stupid conscript allies get any kills. I don't know what happens to the donkey, like once I take out the last caravan hand, will the donkey die, or does it wait till there's no enemies on the battlefield at all? I don't know. Looks like it waits till there's no enemies on the battlefield at all. I can go be a donkey murderer though. Famed cleaver, and that bro is now fully online. He's level 11. Yeah, oh, it is absolutely sick. Absolutely unethical. Look at this thing. Just insane. Unfortunately, I didn't have room, I suppose, to grab recover. Would have dropped 9 lives for it. Though there was a fight last night where 9 lives, or, you know, I was going to say this like a hypothetical, where it would have saved him. It did save him. I had a Orc Sea Tense that went amiss. And so, 9 lives saves lives. So, I mean, he'll function really well in any big major fights with just a second wind potion. And it'll be just fine. Got the donkey. Because the thing is, with Cleave being 9 fatigue, with a second wind potion online, he can always get 2 attacks in. 2 regular attacks. Which is pretty good. You know, once he's stammed out anyway, obviously. Until that point, he's got more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not typically one to enjoy recover on almost any bro. The only exception I'll make, other than like a tank that is spamming Indom, is one that has a 4 AP weapon, where, you know, they can get recover, you know, immediately the same turn as they have a berserk proc. But it's still a pretty, like, I don't know. It's not exactly the same thing as like the winning more that's sometimes used to discuss like plays and deck building and like Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, but yeah, if any bro gets non-tank bro gets recovered, it'd be that guy. Absolutely, I agree with that. It would be one that, you know, can make use of a big juicy weapon like that. If only I had a bunch of money sitting around. Holy buckets, that's almost a max roll on durability. A very nice sword. Oh my goodness. That's a really nice sword. Wow. Wowdy dowdy. If I sold stuff, could I afford that? That'd be really nice. I don't know who I'd give it to. Let's see. I'd give it to this guy instead of this stupid axe. With with weapon skills build up -3 fatigue, you can be fatigue neutral with that sword and sword mastery, which is sort of cute. Or I could give it to like one of my spear bros as a backup weapon. It's really good. I kind of want it because it's shiny. Hunt serpents, nah. 6-day caravan journey? No, thank you. Yeah, there is a spear bro with lower melee attack, and it's the guy with duelist, right? That would be the one you'd want to put that sword on. It would definitely be this guy, and it would be good. Like, it gives him some other utility. Because what is remind myself. 10 fatigue is slash by default, so it goes down to 7 without mastery. So actually, it would be fatigue neutral even at its default value without taking mastery at all. That's pretty neat. You can tell because the way it is. Let's see, where would that put me money-wise? 4,000 in the bank? That's probably enough. Oh, and I didn't even see it. There's a named mace. Oh my goodness, look at this mace. That's also really nice. Nah, Sins is I think Sins is, he's definitely on board to make meme builds once you're powered up. He's not as resistant to it as you might imagine. I've even seen him do it. The thing is it's totally unnecessary. Let's see, 56 to 63. That's quite a bit better than a regular old noble sword. Good morning, Blackfire. Let's do it. Let's buy it. I take these caravan quests for a reason. You know, the main thing I was hoping for was a named handgun. I'm going to buy a Night Owl Elixir to make Goblin City a bit smoother. But I think I'll stay in the south a little bit. So I don't have to go too far, so I can go dangerously low on money. You know, looking at, I guess 5 days of wages is actually pretty reasonable. And I'm buying this weapon without even having a plan for it exactly. Could pretty easily give it to one of my hybrids too. This guy could be a really good candidate to use it. I found another named item that I was like he could use, but the one-handed axe is kind of a disappointing weapon overall. It like doesn't quite, I don't know, doesn't quite perform like you'd like. So I'll just give him this and maybe level this bro up just for fun. So who do I want to sort of give a little bit of a break? Borjigin can have a break. And Grib can have a break. Sure. And I want to find more, I suppose I could go up and do this Orc-Sea tents up there. That'd probably be a nice fight. So let's do another potion of knowledge here. Ooh, yeah, Headhunter's a fun perk when you can justify it. My favorite bros to take Headhunter on actually are like from a sweaty, try-hard, you know, when it's actually meaningfully effective sort of standpoint. Not building bros for fun exactly, but Headhunter is pretty nice on a thrower. It's really nice to be able to selectively you know, decide what you want to hit when Headhunter is active, and throwers tend to get target selection more than other bros who are just like tied up in melee somewhere. Hey, look at this, a named two-handed flail. Okay. It's a nice find. Might have to be careful around that. Yeah, I think that's all accurate accurate stuff. It's a good sort of later pickup on Catal's for sure, and it is really nice to two-tap Footman. Definitely. The only thing that poses a minor threat on this battlefield is that named flail. If it is you know, if it's a scary one, I want to be careful to respect it. Off with your head. Oh, the cleaver. Just beautiful. It is a beautiful weapon. Oops, I didn't mean to swap that early, but yeah, the cleaver is cleaver's cleaving. That's for sure. I always find it weird when Geists decide to do their melee attack. Like, I can't... There are situations where I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that makes sense. But then there's other times where they do it, like down there, that I'm like, huh. Maybe they didn't have enough AP and they had moved. I wasn't really paying close attention. But genuinely not sure why in that situation they decided to attack. Hey, you have a good one. Alright, I'm gonna get in and... Yeah, when they moved in... Okay, so that is what happened there. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I actually don't, I suppose their regular attack's probably just a regular 4 AP one. I haven't looked at, their stats, like on the wiki or anything. Be a good one to know. Probably should. But I don't. I like that enemy with the named flail couldn't even attack. The necromancer's not giving him what he should. Alright. Oh, so close. Alright, procced 9 lives. Off with his head. He's back. He's not back anymore. And the run is well beyond caring about any decayed coat of scales or decayed coat of plates or anything like that. So, no need to dagger down oops. Didn't notice that guy there. No need to dagger down any fallen heroes or anything of the sort. Cleaver Bro's actually a little bit low on health at the moment. So it shouldn't get terribly sloppy. Even though I'm sort of playing on click attack, click attack, click attack, click attack mode. Alright, let's see how this flail is. Oh, buddy! Yeah, the BB version of attack move. Love it. Yeah, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Wow, look at that damage roll. Wow. This is a blessed run. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that, though. I've got this, Let's see. Look at that thing. What is... let me look up what the damage range is on that. 59 to 117 is the max roll on damage. What is this? I can't believe this. This thing's insane. Who could I give this to? Where it would make sense? I mean, I could give it to this guy and have him take Flail Mastery and then give this sword to someone else. Maybe that's the play. Because you really want Flail Mastery if you're going to take the flail. Because Flail Mastery is like one of the few that really, kind of like Crossbow Mastery, like directly adds damage. Pounding Nors an additional 10% of armor on head hits is really nice. So I think I'm going to put it there, and then that new fancy sword, well, I'll just make a sidearm on the Spear Duelist. He could use the help in hitting enemies with a sword when the time comes. Cool. Alright, this hybrid, I'll just level up the offensive stuff plus hit points. Cool. I'm going to quick peek at what this city that I was very surprised to find down here. Let's see, I think it's based on the movement of the noble army. Yeah, I thought it would be, oh, what's the name of the faction? Gunbald. And it is. So I might head over and do that Orc Sea of Tents. I'm going to let some of the gear get fixed up just a bit. And probably should try to get there before nighttime. Should be able to. Alright, let's take a look at what is here. Not too bad. Plethora of Orc Young is a lot less scary than the sort of equivalent power locked up in Warriors and Berserkers. Cleaver Bro's a little scuffed, so I'm gonna probably maybe just cycle him out. Just no reason to subject him to the kind of risk from a battle like this. No reason to put him out there. Okay, so my forge tank is starting to come around, and, progress nicely, but I don't have Indom yet. I did grab Lone Wolf to send him off against some other enemies, but I don't want to subject him to an Orc Berserker prior to Indom, so I'm going to back him up. The Vowel? What does that mean? Is that another fancy SAT word I don't know? Vowels? What are those? I don't use no vowels. Oh, the orcs are... They do make a lot of vowel sounds. Oh. I could leave this single hex here as a place for them to hit in the center of the formation. I don't mind that. Okay. see, I want to shoot somewhere. I suppose probably there. Pretty good spot. Make sure to kill the orc, the berserkers with the chains. That's the only enemy I'd say I'm afraid of is, you know, not exactly the right way to put it, but it's the one that could cause some hurt. Not afraid, just, you know, cautious. I do love it when I have a run where I have an excuse to build a proper gun banner. It's a very fun build and really, really good. Pour myself some coffee while the orcs take their turn. A true coffee addict, so I make an entire... What is this, a liter? Yeah, whole liter of French press. Will openly admit to being a coffee addict. Let's try this flail out. Seems good. Oh, I suppose I did it right in front of the microphone too, huh? God, that is a good sound. Especially, you know, to anyone else, you know, who is also a coffee addict. Yeah. It's hard to resist when you hear it being poured. I might walk up here and lock up this warlord with this bro that's got the additional fur padding. Keep him a little bit further away from the squad. Yeah, get some coffee. It's good stuff. Boy, the team is definitely swarmed here. I don't see any major problem points on the battlefield, but we are surrounded. Okay, I see a problem point on the battlefield. go. There we go. Problem point resolved. Problem point created again. Okay. Don't want to switch off of this melee weapon right now. I might just... yeah, I was thinking the morale effect of just causing more breaks and kills is pretty important here. Nice. Should get quite a few kills here, I think. Wow, they both missed. Wow, what is with all these orcs getting away? Let's see, and this guy has 9 lives, so... I like to always double check that I've got 9 lives where I expect it. Yeah, the cut artery, oof, that was bad. He will not die. So, there is that at least. No band-aids. He'll be fine though. He's got 9 lives. There's no risk of him dying here. Now band-aids are something that you have at the beginning of a run, never use, and as soon as you get rid of them, that's the fight where, whoops, now you need them. At least that's how it goes for me. They do heal the injury. It's definitely some medical supplies value, for sure. I'm gonna finish this guy off. He's not getting away. There we go. Infamous defense. Great forged armor. Anything above 300 is pure luxury, and we are firmly into luxurious territory. Though the team definitely took some knocks there. So I think it's time to replace this decayed coat of scales. So now all of the forge armors on the team are over 300 or at 300. Pretty good. Oh yeah, and it looks really nice. Like this is a proper knight right here. He's got the mustache and everything. All right, forge tank. I can probably take hit points over resolve here. Doesn't match with a helmet. Hold on. Better? I think this looks nice now. Maybe, I mean, color-wise, he's definitely on point. Style-wise, I'm not so sure that the helmet of the Age of Rock really offers much in the way of style points. It, other than looking very frightening. Definitely the coolest look on the team is, you know, Galib here with the Zweihander's helmet and a missing eye. It doesn't get more badass than that. Alright, Forge Tank. I think it's time to grab Indom. Yeah, dude, the Zweihander's helmet looks awesome. It really does. Alright, got the dodge, fatigue, neutral. I'll probably patch up Patch's melee attack with Backstabber, so I'm okay making him ultra defensive and just grabbing more initiative for approximately 1 melee defense worth of value. I'm gonna grab Forge now finally, but I think his final perk is just gonna be Backstabber. This guy is gonna be a flailer. You're thinking of doing Backstabber for that, bro, or what was your Backstabber favorite? Yeah, it's definitely, whereas, you know, fast adaptation gives super good value early when you're attacking multiple times with like 4 AP weapons, and, you know, provides the most value when you have the lowest melee attack. Backstabber is kind of like where your bro is already good and they're gonna hit most of the time, but you want just a little bit more reliability on their attack. I really like, I've started doing it more and more, taking Backstabber as like sort of a late patch perk. I should probably just be taking it more and earlier. It's just hard to fight some of the urge to take the value perks like, you know, Colossus and 9 Lives and Dodge and Fast Adaptation and Gifted and Quick Hands and all the ones that feel like they give such a big power spike. But Backstabber is especially good when you're being real greedy, daggering down armors, and, you know, you're surrounding that real spooky Hedge Knight or whatever, or even just, you know, that early Raider gear. Backstabber, when you're fully surrounding someone, suddenly Puncture's got a real good chance to hit. That's really good. So, I don't know, I probably should be taking Backstabber more and earlier, but just struggle to justify it. Okay, so I think 44 hours, 77 tools and supplies to sort of heal up. I'm gonna kind of lay low for a bit. We've got a few bros that are a little hurt and just moments away from dying. Just in case I accidentally get in a fight, I'll take him out. Probably here too. But what I want to do is make sure I find black monolith. So the places I was sort of looking at on the map that could have it, that I want to make sure I scout are here, especially the left side of this area here. I don't think it can spawn this far north. I don't know what the specific spawn rules are, but I've seen it spawn in the winter, but not so far on the extreme. And then I guess it could maybe fit in here. And then I'm thinking like here is a reasonably likely place for it to be too. So I'm gonna start sweeping where I'm near and check out this area and then go to there afterwards. This is where I sort of expect to see it. I don't have a rationalization for that, except that it just feels like it matches where I tend to see black monolith spawning. But just to make sure I don't miss it somewhere and have to come back, I'm gonna look in the sort of the far edges over here first. So I kind of sweep over here and peek on that mountain. Lindworms. 6 lindworms? Nah. Fighting 4 was spicy enough. So it's nighttime, so I'm gonna make sure I don't oh, and I only have 3 more days worth of funds, huh? Nope. Hey, lindworms. Sort of simultaneously revealing the map and running from lindworms. Okay, so it looks like it's not here. I guess I should just double check that it's not. Oh my god, lindworms, go away. Take a quick peek on this mountain to reveal over there. Okay. So the monolith is not over here, so I expect it's probably over here somewhere. Yeah. Alright, lindworms, go away. Go away. Stop. Stop chasing me. No. Let's see what's over Hexen. No. I'm good leaving that many lindworms alone. No reason to subject the team to that much risk. I fought some earlier and it went well. Oh, hello. Oh, sure. Could be a nice easy fight here. And I suppose need to return to civilization and sell items so that the squad doesn't go bankrupt. Turns out that's kind of important. They can miss a payday and be fine. still going to respect these at least a little bit. Oops. Meant to move somewhere where I could pull out that fancy sword. Yeah, you know the team's in good shape when you can see 16 Ancient Dead and be like, yeah, this is a free fight. Let's see. Will we one-shot this Ancient Legionary? Oh, that is so close. I was hoping that with Killing Frenzy, and it could be in the damage roll that was on the low end. I'm not sure. The mace. Real close to one-shot territory too. There we go. That was a one-shot on an Ancient Legionary. So was that. Okay, that was pretty nice. So he can one-shot them if he believes in it. I think that's the lesson learned here. If he just simply believes in himself, you know? The only barriers he faces are purely self-imposed. He's a believer, that's right. Didn't Justin Bieber like go to jail or something? I don't follow celebrity gossip, but I want to say that's a thing. I do genuinely feel bad for like childhood stars that get famous before their brains can kind of process it and handle it. So there's as much as they can appear to be abrasive in their public personas, there is a piece of me that genuinely kind of hurts for them. There was what was his name? The guy from NSYNC had a younger brother that got famous. Nick something? And just like absolutely went off the deep end. And it's just sad. Sad to see him totally lose control of their lives. Yeah, and their parents are crazy slave drivers, exactly. So they don't have that most important thing that kids need at that age of like a good relationship with their parents to kind of help mold them into reasonable people. So I think I'm going to keep exploring this area, but right now I'm going to head back to Ivanstadt just purely for making sure I don't miss a payday here. I do not have any kids, no. Nope, no kids. Not something that I've It's kind of a weird camp, just a bunch of work young. I think a lot of people have that sort of natural parental urge when they start to get a bit older. That that didn't occur to me, or didn't strike me. I don't know. I don't have any particular need to raise any kids. And my partner, who I'm going to get married to next week, she's the same way. That's why I'm sneaking in a morning stream, is because we've got a little bit of wedding decoration stuff to work on, and so I'm sneaking in some Battle Brothers. Yeah, it's very exciting. We've been together for like basically a decade. Almost exactly a decade, actually. And we've lived together for a long time now. So it's been a long time coming. We thought about having some of our like signs and things like that at the wedding to say things like "It's about time." You know, like when the StarCraft 2 announcement came out with the Marines saying, "Hell, it's about time." I think there's a lot of people, especially in our friend group, that feel that way. Nice job, Cleaver. One-shotting Orc Young. They've got some pretty chonky hit points. That's impressive. All right. You know, I still don't have that final card upgrade either. That'd be a nice sort of luxury to grab at some point. Let's see. I can maybe do a quick Gobbo camp too. While we're here, may as well. It's on the way. Forgot that guy doesn't have Pathfinder. He can't go to that hex without running out of AP. Done it again. Alright, I need to get that guy. Gotta stop doing that. Where I weapon swap thinking I can make a move I can't. Miss? Don't do that. Suddenly they show off their fancy footwork. We'll let that top one go, but I'm taking out the others. You can't run from me. There we go. There's that flail doing what it does. Let's see, get rid of some of this strange meat that's about to go bad. And the feral shields are not great either. Now I can do Goblin City. I suppose these are probably going to fight me, huh? Yeah, that should be just fine. The real question is, in the greenskin invasion, who's in charge? The goblins or the orcs? I have a sneaking suspicion it's the goblins who are running the show. Just feels more likely. They seem a little bit slimier, you know? You know, that's the thing is, I think in any typical fantasy setting, yeah, the orcs would be in charge of the goblins, but here in the kind of the way they fight in Battle Brothers, I'm not convinced. I think it's the goblins who are in charge. Spearwall's literally doing nothing since I put that guy there. But maybe, you know, maybe the orcs are in charge. Yeah, this is the perfect location for a spear wall. There, it's slightly better now, I guess. Maybe I should just charge forward. I gotta give that guy more spare fatigue. I'll just shoot him. Okay, let's try this flail out. He just one-shot a berserker? Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, flails are funny because they have such a high damage range. In addition to just sort of the natural variance from whether they hit the head or not. But they have such a wide range that they can achieve one-shots that no other weapon can, but they also can't do it reliably. It's kind of a neat aspect of the weapon, I would say. They are a-running. Okay, I'll let him take himself out. There we go. And get rid of some meat that's gonna go bad, get rid of quivers, get rid of that stuff, get rid of tree trunks and broken things and hatchets. And feral shields, these are not very good. There, this is all fairly low value stuff. Don't have to be too particular about it. No need. I suppose these are gonna attack now too. I'm just trying to get somewhere where I can sell things, guys. Just trying to get to where I can sell things. Yeah, the shield bro. Are you talking about the tank? Or which? They do have the other spear bro. Let me know and I'll pull him up. Spear wall? Yeah. So there is some variance to how I build them. I would say the core perks on how I normally build them is going to be Colossus, Gifted, Shield Expert, Spear Mastery, Nimble. Everything else is run and bro dependent. 9 lives is good value, especially early. If it's a good bro, you don't want to have die. Loses some of its value once you've got Nimble. Dodge is uncommon to take since it's usually like a high melee attack. High fatigue build. Yeah, well, I would say this is probably the most common build. This is going to be a lot more common than the other variant. But yeah, and then, you know, patch perks or sort of situational perks would be Fearsome, which I do really like to take, Dodge, Fort Mind, 9 lives, Pathfinder. You could do Underdog, you can do Indom. If you had Nimble Forge gear, you can do Battle Forge. The other guy is, I think, yeah, just literally the exact same, only replacing Shield Expert for Duelist. That's it. The other option here too with the Spear Bros that was suggested to me, and I like it, and I haven't done it yet, but I think it does make sense, is taking Hammer Mastery as a as kind of a patch perk, because it's kind of the same general stat requirements as a Spear Bro, and so I don't know how it kind of works in practice because I haven't done it yet, but it makes sense to me to try it. But yeah, I don't normally do the sort of duelist variety, and the reason is, you know, Spear Wall, despite how many attacks it gets, even in big fights where it gets lots and lots of procs of enemies charging into it, is never going to do very much damage, and it's never going to do it in consistent ways. Or like, not consistent, but like focused ways onto one enemy. So usually I find I get the most value by pairing it with a shield. It's also the case where, especially early on, where I'm more concerned about where enemy ranged attacks are being focused, that by putting a Spear Bro with a shield on the front lines, if I put like my banner or ranged bros behind, then the Spear Wall is sort of an arrow target. So Shield Expert and just having a shield is really good for that, to prevent range damage from doing much. Depending on the bro too, I might take, I might level up Ardeth, range defense, and whoops, I did not mean to blow the horn there, and take anticipation. I think that's also can be really good. But like most things in Battle Brothers, more important than the specific builds is just, you know, how you use them. And making sure, you know, that you're sort of managing risk across the battlefield, and making it so you don't lose bros as much as you can. So like right now he's taking a lot of hits, and so probably just gonna back him up here soon, or back him off. The other thing too about the spear walls is they're sort of, or the spear bros, I kind of take them, how do I put this? They're sort of, I won't say at odds with kind of a regular tank, but they don't necessarily always work well together. And so I tend to take them if, especially in circumstances where I just don't get offered a good tank when I'm recruiting bros. And so it's sort of like a contingency plan for a good bro to sort of keep your formation safe and keep control of the battlefield, where you're not offered a good brother specifically to be a sort of main tank. Because the requirements to be a tank, like an indom tank, even a nimble tank, are kind of high. You know, you're asking a lot out of a bro to say, okay, you need both fatigue, and quite a bit of it, especially for the forge variety, and you need melee defense. Whereas I think it's the requirements to get a spear bro online are just a little bit more manageable. Yeah. Feel free. Post a bro and I'll take a peek. Happy to take a look. Oh my goodness. That's a good bro. Yeah, I think looking at... Yeah, I was about to say... I was going to guess... Yeah, that looks about day 25-ish. You know, you've got good Raider and Nomad gear rolling. And so this is definitely... Yeah, I would make this a nimble tank. The other thing to keep in mind with this bro specifically, so he has that... What's the name of the trait? Dastard? Or whatever that trait where he starts out wavering. You can... on the first round, use the banner's rally and, you know, take care of that. So that's the big liability, is that kind of crappy trait. But 12 melee defense and 3 stars, I mean, that is a rock star nimble tank for sure. Yeah, I mean, just take melee defense and HP every level on that guy, and take resolve whenever you get +3 or +4s. Otherwise, you can take fatigue or even a little melee attack to kind of get a little more utility out of him. But yeah, you'll need to, when you get your banner, up and going, whenever you get that option, you will want to get rally and just rally him at the start of each fight. I'm going to be back 1 second. My bladder is bursting from all this coffee. I'll be back in 1 moment. Alright, I'm back. The journey to Ivanstad continues. The banner is using a gun, yeah. I love a gun banner when I can get away with it. And he's been an absolute rock star performer. The big 6 hex fearsome is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, fearful synergy is a big part of it. The other thing is, the actual battle standard itself has like it's fine for regular attacks, but if you can give your banner some other thing to do, whether that's be sort of a frontline tank, whether that's to be sort of an arrow magnet with anticipation, whether that's being a thrower, whether you just take bags and belts and throw consumables on the battlefield, whatever it is, you want to give your banner some other sort of secondary role. And so a gunner is a fun one, and really good, actually. He's been really good, and fearful synergy is a big component for sure. And I think, given I'm a little hurt, I'm gonna hurry back to Ivanstad. Okay, where they've got ambush trade routes, which is good, because kind of need money. Kind of need money. Let's see, is there any reason to keep that padded leather? Maybe. And I don't know if I should keep this thing. It's okay. I think I've got so many other good options for weapons. I don't know, it's shiny. I'll hang on to it. I probably shouldn't have it in my stash. I try not to keep named items there that I want to keep just in case I've got... I don't have a drunkard though. But losing a named item to a drunkard who just happened to lose it is like one of the most infuriating things in Battle Brothers. It's like, oh no, I was just playing with this named forge armor and I lost it. Alright, returned the squad to having a bunch of money. And, you know, I think that's actually a good place for me to call it for this morning. I've got some stuff I want to get done today. I'll probably be back on playing some later. And looks like Brendley is up and playing again. He's kind of a fun streamer. You guys have a wonderful day wherever your day takes you. Ta-ta.